Welcome, councillors, members of the public. I believe we are live streaming. I'll just repeat things that the Deputy Mayor said today. Please make sure your devices are either switched on or silent mode. And if cell phone interrupts, we'll wait until it's turned off. We are meeting in this upper room of the Mahinga Centre. It is being live streamed. It will be available on the I think everybody knows where exits are. We will, if we evacuate, we will meet on the playground. I don't anticipate any unruly or intimidating behaviour. So we will start with Karakia, not the one in front of you, but I'll explain it. I've chosen the one that we Whakaria mai, tō rewheka I au. Taia hau mai, a rōroko e te pō, e kona au, te tera atu ai, ora mate, e au koe no o ai. We have apologies from Councillor Plimmer, Councillor Woodcock, if I have a mover, please. I do, Councillor Gray via fingernail, and Councillor Maynard. All in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Against, it's carried unanimously. Are there any conflicts of interest? Okay. I am going to start with an acknowledgement and a tribute, I'm doing that because Bob Ireland asked me to, and this was something that I wrote last week. Though I am out of New Zealand at the moment, I've just learned by the BBC of the death of Ari King to Hayatapaki, to Arika Nui King Piatia. My deepest sympathy to his whānau and to his iwi, and to everyone who held to Hayata in high regard. He was still young and could have done so much more to continue his fine leadership had his health allowed it. His example of uniting people will be missed. And I'll just finish by repeating, I'll do it in English though, something that's quite common in these circumstances, which is to note that a mighty tree has fallen. And he would be missed. Are there any other acknowledgements and tributes, please? And the reason that I chose the opening that I did is that, roughly translated, it says, show your cross to me and let it shine in the darkness. And that was an acknowledgement of the Kingi. Is there any urgent business that anyone knows of? Right. So we're going to come now to the recommendations from the Strategy Working Committee. And I just want to shadow that if we look at our agenda, when it comes to the recommendations, we've got two recommendations there. One, receive the recommendations from the Strategy Committee. Two, consider the recommendations from the Strategy Working Committee. But there obviously needs to be a third vitally important recommendation, which is that the Council What words do you have?
Accept relation to retain decision.
Right, so our third recommendation will be that we retain our decision on 22nd November, which is the recommendation we've got. I will move all three. Do I have a seconder, please? Councillor Oles, by now this time. And I'll just comment that there was a good long discussion this morning. Preceding the discussion, if we go back 2 weeks, there was a LGNZ conference where the Prime Minister berated and threatened and bullied councils and councillors, and it did not go down well, and it did not represent any sense of a partnership or conciliatory working together. And in that sense, the passing of the bill that we are dealing with today is one example of that bullying. And I want to endorse particularly the words of the Deputy Mayor this morning, that it is unfortunate that this decision will come at a cost to ratepayers, but be very, very, very aware of who has imposed that cost. It is this coalition government. So, Councillor Oles, do you wish to?
No, I can't add any more to what I said this morning, and very much probably endorse what you're saying to some extent, and once again that element of disappointment of this government and having to take this actions.
Okay. So we'll just go around. Anything to anything? Okay, well then we will put it to the vote. All those in favour that we receive the recommendations from the Strategy Working Committee report, please say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Unanimous. That we consider the recommendations made by the Strategy Working Committee for September 2024 in relation to the Maori Ward Amendment Act report. All in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Against? Unanimous. And lastly, that we retain the decision of 2020 November 2023 to establish a Maori Ward for the 2025 election. All those in favour, please say aye. Aye. Against? Unanimous. And I think that brings us to the end of the meeting, unless somebody's got a late addition they wish to add. Yes.
Oh, no, I was just going to say the note that we have to carry out a binding poll.
Well, we've noted that this morning. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to move to Mātou Lahi, or Tēnei Wā. Anakatia by Atua. Or Mātou Tua. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Perfect. Thank you all.